Hello everybody, welcome to REX Student Orientation. My name is Rachel and I will be telling you all about the REX program. The REX program is hosted by the Undergraduate Research Opportunities Club, also known as URO. So who are we as a club? We are a bunch of crazy, ambitious undergraduate students from science, psych, arts, and pharmacy with one thing in common. That is, we love research. We're passionate about research. What do we do? As an AMS club dedicated to introducing research in science, applied science, and arts, we have given close to 300 students their first taste of research. A couple of things we do as a club. We organize the Research Experience Program, also known as REX. We host office hours. We assist with the Multidisciplinary Undergraduate Research Conference, also known as MORC. All of this is to achieve one thing. That is to help you get into research. Here are some of the reasons why you might want to get involved in research. Graduate school, medical school, and other professional schools look for research experience in their applicants. You will gain networking skills, and you can satisfy your intellectual curiosity as an undergrad researcher. REX is one of the best channels to get involved in research as an undergrad at UBC. Here are some of the goals of REX. You will design a research project. You will gain insight into your mentor's research field. You might present your poster at the Undergraduate Research Conference, MORC 2015. You can gain presentation skills, networking skills, and you can have a potential publication.
All right, now this is the point in the REX Students Orientation where we start needing to get down to the realities of just how difficult the program is. Now, research itself is not easy. In research, it's very different from many of the courses we've taken in the past. There isn't a textbook. There isn't a professor. You do have a mentor who will be guiding you. But the point of REX isn't for you to complete someone else's research project. The point of REX is for you to be able to create and develop your very own research project. And that's what makes REX so beneficial and makes REX students so competitive for research positions as an undergraduate, is they can create and develop their own research projects. Unfortunately, this is also very difficult. It's kind of like being thrown into a big, mysterious new world where there isn't necessarily any guides or any textbooks that you can follow. Because if research was written in the world around us, it would be easy. Research, or at least in REX and in the graduate level, research is supposed to come from what you're interested in. If you're spending the rest of your life pursuing someone else's research interests, that's not necessarily a good thing. REX is here to show you and help you find your research interests, and that's to a large degree what the role of your mentor will be. But of course, this is going to be difficult, for you essentially need to go into the literature and you need to find what interests you. You need to develop your own research project. Many students have asked me how many hours a REX student should be expected to put in to REX every week. And I usually say about 2 to 4 hours a week, depending on your research project. More elaborate research projects will require more time. More simple projects will require less time. But that's usually not how it ends up. Generally speaking, we all have midterms and we all end up procrastinating. So although we say 2 to 4 hours a week, equivalent to maybe a 1 or 2 credit course, most students end up spending a very large amount of time working on REX next to, say, the MORC abstract deadlines or the MORC poster submission deadlines. This is when most of our students end up spending about 2, 3, 4 days to a week just basically cramming REX, more or less. It is a difficult program, and now for science students, if you're taking maybe 5, 6 courses a term, maybe I wouldn't recommend it as much because it's not going to be a cakewalk. However, for engineering students, 5-6 courses a term is apparently nothing. That's apparently a very easy course load, so I'll let you guys decide. But if you have a really high course load and you're having a lot of troubles right now, REX may not be the best thing for you. However, I do recommend, if you can do REX and you're looking for research experience, I do highly recommend you do it, as long as you're aware that REX isn't going to be a walk in the park. It's going to be challenging, and it's meant to be challenging. Now, who should join REX? There are 3 types of students we usually see. The first student is a student who's interested in research, but they just don't have any research experience, but they want to get involved. However, labs generally will not hire you if you don't have any research experience whatsoever. So if you're looking to get your first taste of research experience, REX is definitely for you. It provides you with MERC, one of the largest undergraduate research conferences in BC. You'll eventually produce a poster, which for an undergraduate is a pretty big deal, especially a first or second year. There are many third and fourth years who don't even have posters, and you'll be put way ahead of anyone in your year, and a decent number of third and fourth years, actually. In addition to that, REX is an amazing networking opportunity if you're looking to get into a research lab. You'll have a mentor. A large percent of our mentors, by the way, are joining REX because they actually are looking for students. And generally speaking, our mentors end up referring students to other labs if their lab cannot take them. So it is a very potent networking opportunity. However, at this point, I should mention that REX mentors have absolutely no obligation to hire you in your lab or refer you to any other labs, but it generally does occur. But they have no obligation to. Anyways, that's the first type of student, the student who is looking for research experience. The second type of student is the student that, you're not really sure if you like research and you want to give it a shot. Those students should most certainly join REX because we're here to provide you with a taste of research. We've got, in science and applied sciences, I believe we have over 150 mentors for you to choose from. So you've got lots of areas to look around and check out to see if you like it. And if you find a couple of areas that you're interested in, you've got the next 6 months to try out in-depth research in that particular field of interest. So I can't think of a better opportunity to try out research. And of course, the third type of student is a student who's already in research, but maybe you want to try out another field. Say I'm a COGS student and I want to see what intense DNA sequencing is like. Well, I'd go online and I'd look for some DNA sequencing projects, apply to those mentors, and check it out for around 6 months. Those are the 3 students who should apply to REX. There's a fourth kind of student that we don't really recommend you apply to REX for. If you are already in research, maybe 3rd or 4th year, and you're pretty sure you want to go into this particular field of research, and you applied to our program and checked us out because we call ourselves undergraduate research opportunities, you guys probably don't want to join REX because at this point you probably already have a poster presentation. You've probably already developed your own research project before. In that case, if you're already pretty decently in research, maybe 2-3 years of research experience, REX probably isn't going to be the best use of your time. For those students, come to our office hours, 3 to 5 o'clock every Monday. And if you're looking for like a graduate studies lab or something like that, come to us, let us know, and we'll help you find a lab. We'll help you write up some emails, organize your CV, and we'll help you basically with whatever you're interested in. We also do scholarships if you're interested. But for those kinds of students, come to our office hours. Don't come to the research experience program. But if you're interested in research or you want to try out research, maybe you don't know it's for you, maybe you want to try out a new field of research, then we highly recommend you join REX.
Your research poster is where your 5 months worth of hard work is going to pay off. A typical research poster includes a title, introduction, hypothesis, methodology, results, and discussion. Here is an example of a poster done by our past REX participant. She also presented this poster at Merck. The title of your poster is also your research question or research topic. Here are some of the past students' research questions. Your research question really is the centerpiece of REX because you get to formulate your own research question, your original research question based on literature. Your mentor will help you in the process by pointing you at some papers you can read, but it really is up to you to come up with your own question. Have fun with that. However, in some field of research, it is too challenging for students to create their own research question. Some of the field includes math or theoretical physics. Your mentor will have a research question prepared for you. Please make sure that you know that the 4th week of November is when the research question is due. You must submit your research question in order to move forward. Your hypothesis. In order to come up with a hypothesis, you need to familiarize yourself with your mentor's area of study. Think about what has already been done. What is my hypothesis based on literature search and background information? Methodology. Designing experimental method is a really rewarding process. You will design your methodology with the help from your mentor. You need to take into account the limitation of your method. Most importantly, you get to discuss other experimental methods available and their advantages and disadvantages. It's a really good way to learn how research is done in real life. The deadline for your methodology is in the 1st week of January. Please make a note of that. A very important component of a research poster is the introduction. The introduction is where you sell your poster. It's where you point out the importance and relevance of your research. Some of the questions to keep in mind. Why is this project relevant? What current research is being conducted in this field? Where does my research come into play? Anticipated results. The reason why we say you only need to anticipate a result is that most of our REX students do not get to conduct the actual experiment due to time constraint and other reasons. But you can predict a possible result based on literature. You will still present your research proposal in the form of a poster submitted to Merck. However, I will point out again that no wet lab experience is guaranteed as a REX participant. Last but not least, discussion. In the discussion session, you need to talk about the limitations of your project and further areas of research. Your poster is due in the 2nd week of March. You need to submit your poster by the 2nd week of March in order to present at Merck. If your poster gets accepted by Merck, you will present your poster in the 3rd week of March. At Merck, you will meet other brilliant young undergraduate researchers and share your passion about research. Here is a general REX program timeline that reiterates various deadlines for each part of your poster. Notice that in October, we have a application process. In the third week of October, we will release the REX application where you will choose your mentors. And in the fourth week of October, you will meet your mentor. How does the application process work? We are going to post mentor bios on the URO website on October 16th. And you will, in your application, rank your preference of mentors, your top 5 preference. And you will answer several questions. We will tell you more about the application process via email closer to October 16th. Some of the responsibilities of students. You need to establish initial contact with your teammates. You need to set aside 3 to 4 hours each month to work with your group. You're going to work independently, but meet frequently with your group. You should voice any questions or concerns you may have as soon as possible. Remember, research is hard work, long hours, but it's extremely rewarding. If you have any questions, please email us, contact us on Facebook. Here are some ways you can reach us.